Interesting topics, engaging conversations, inspiring messages, making a difference. It's life, health, family, marriage, divorce, and so much more. Heart of a Woman.
Hi, welcome once more to Heart of a Woman. I am Sean Devines Daniel, your host for this program. And as usual, we always seek to bring you programs that would encourage you, programs that would lift you up. And this program is no different. On set with me is the beautiful, elegant, spirit-filled, anointed Dr. Victoria Michaels Jefferson. And before we go any further, let me just tell you a little bit of about this beautiful woman. She is an apostolic prophetic voice to the nations. She is a voice of hope and power today in this generation. She's an author of several books, a songwriter that I did not know, a passionate worshiper. I just found out as well that she's a designer, a conference speaker, dynamic teacher, trendsetter. We see that in the way she dresses. So much more. She's a wife and a mother, and so much. It will take another program to tell you all about her. But welcome to Heart of a Woman, my dear, dear sister.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and also welcome to Tobago again.
Yes.
Yes. Very soon we'll be saying you're a Tobagonian, because
Yes.
this is what your
My second time.
Your second visit to Tobago.
Yes.
The first time you were here. I met you, I was truly inspired by what you were doing, and what I love, you truly have a heart for people.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I got. You have a heart for people, and I appreciated what you did when you were here the last time. Unfortunately, this time that you're here, I was not able to be there. So I know a woman asking, who is Victoria Michaels Jefferson? So we're not going to put the accolades. Who is this beautiful woman?
Oh, praise God. Thank you so much for having me, the beautiful you. I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
Wow, who is Victoria Michaels Jefferson? I'm simply a woman that loves the Lord, and a woman that took some time to finally find her purpose in life.
Yes.
And because I know we're going to be talking about that.
Yes.
It's not something that has simple as ABC for a lot of people. I am the first child of 5 children. I am a PK, meaning my parents are pastors. Yes. And I'm married to a wonderful man. And I'm a mother of 4 children, but they're all grown. They're all grown. And so now I have more time in my hands to pursue my passion, my calling.
Yes.
And so I love music. I write songs, and I love to listen to beautiful music, because music is very universal.
Of course it is.
And I design clothes.
I found that out today.
I do. It's a passion. Way before I thought that was all I was called to do, really.
Yes.
I thought that's all I was going to be doing, because it's in, I can close my eyes, I can be sleeping and be designing in my head.
I know. I can relate to what you say, and you're also a model as well.
I used to,
Yes.
before I got into full-time ministry. So I'm just a woman that has finally, and I use that word finally, found her purpose, and I'm now satisfied. It wasn't always like that.
Yes, and I like that. May I call you Victoria?
Please do.
I like that, because I think women would see you and you seem all put together, and they will not think that this was a journey.
A long journey.
A long journey.
Yes.
And you said something that really struck a chord with me, because you said, now that my children are grown.
Yes.
And I could relate to that.
Yes.
So just talk to a woman a bit that, listen, you know that God has placed something in your heart to do, but you have young children.
Yes.
So rest in God. So just
Yes.
share that with them. What was your time like when your children were probably preteens, when they were 6? What was it like for you?
For a long time, I was simply a full-time wife and a mother. And it was a little bit tough for me, and I'll explain that. Because I've always been a very purpose-driven woman.
Yes.
And from my childhood,
Yes.
I kind of knew who I was inside, even though all the circumstances around me were telling me a different story. And I want our viewers to understand that, that sometimes in your mind, you know, you are called to be a certain person. You're
Yes.
called to be successful. You can literally see it, taste it,
Yes.
but everything around you is telling you the opposite. It's telling you you're not going anywhere.
Yes.
It's telling you this is it. This is where you are going to die. This, all those dreams, this is where you're going to end it. And unfortunately, if you are not blessed to have someone, just one person, to believe in you, it's even worse.
Yes.
Because I went through all that journey, and I like to tell people that when people see me, I'm grateful that people always say to me, I want to be like you. I'm like, oh God, you don't want to be like me. You don't know my story. You see where I am now.
No,
You don't know
yes.
how long it took me to get here.
Yes.
So when I became a wife and a mother, everything else, it looks like my dreams, my career, everything was put back at the back seat.
Yes.
And as much as I loved my husband, I loved my children, I was shuttling from one school to the other, and they were into sports.
Right.
My children were into sports. It was tough. I loved that career, the dream that I had, but sometimes I used to think, is it going to be the end? But I was committed. I was so committed to my children because I didn't want them to grow up without me
Yes.
being very involved in their lives. So for years, I stayed home. I took care of them. I cooked for them. I mean, did everything. In the morning, I dropped them at school, come back home, clean my house,
Yes.
and go back and pick them up until they grew up. Before I embraced my ministry, the baby, they were all at a good stage where they are still in their lives,
Yes.
but they were now grown. They are now grown. My baby is 20 years old.
Right. Yes.
So I could now say, okay, now I can embrace my destiny. My baby was, I think, was 7 years old. No. When I started embracing my assignment in ministry. So what I'm saying to people is, you have to understand timing
And season. Yes.
And sometimes it's okay. Life is all about sacrifice.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget, whatever you sow, you will reap it.
Definitely.
And when it comes to family is very, very important.
important,
Especially we mothers, because we hold our homes, and when we don't protect it, especially when the children are very young, you end up paying the price later on.
Yes.
Because you don't have that relationship with your children, and then somebody else is raising your children, which personally I would not advise.
No, not at all.
Wait, at least let them have a sense of who they are, whose they are. Instill in them that value before you gradually transition into your career or your dream.
Yeah, and I love that. And you're talking about my life right there, because that's exactly what I did. You know, I left my job actually, and to stay at home with my children. Everybody thought I was crazy, but you know, what I find when you're at home with your children, I mean, some women are not able to leave their jobs.
Yes.
But I'm thinking about all the other stuff, that purpose that God has, you can
Yes.
taste it.
You can taste
but
it.
I still do believe that your first ministry is your children.
Very important.
It is very important.
Yes.
And you said again, what you sow is what you
It's what
reap.
you reap. Yes. Because if you don't give your children, especially the formative years,
Yes.
if you are not there to pray over them,
Yes.
to teach them
Yes.
those values, when they grow up, you will wake up one morning wondering,
What
whose
happened?
children are these?
Yes.
Oh, they are your children. The only difference is the years, their formative years, where you should have instilled in them what you want them to know.
Yes.
You were not there.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can be very hard
It is.
because there are some women that don't have the resources or the means to stay home.
Yes.
But if you are able to, please stay home when they're young. And two, money is not everything.
It's not.
Money is
definitely
not
not.
everything. Sometimes you might just want to be a stay-home mom and do a little businesses from the house.
Yes. Something that you can help yourself.
Something house that can still keep you going, provide you financially without you having to leave the children with somebody else.
Yes.
My children never one day went to babysitter. I stayed home.
Exactly.
It was tough, but I
Yes.
love it.
I loved it as well. It was tough because, as you say, you knew that there's something else. And at those years when you were at home, you weren't just idle. You weren't idle because I'm sure you were praying.
All the time.
You were able to see things that were happening in your children's lives, in your husband's lives, in your
Yes.
family, and you had that time to spend time with God.
It's a lot of work, though.
It is a lot of
I don't
work.
think a lot of people understand that it's a lot of work to be stay-home mom and a wife. It's a full-time job
Yes.
plus more.
With little or no pay.
No pay.
And no vacation. No vacation time. So, in your life, how do you balance your marriage? Because you travel a lot.
I do.
Well, your kids are grown. So the marriage,
Yes.
how do you balance that?
That is such an important question because it's something I mentor a lot of people in ministry and even in secular world, and I'm always talking to them about balancing.
Yes.
Because it can be difficult again if you're very passionate, purpose-driven, and multitasking person like me. I've been blessed to have a very understanding husband.
Yes.
That is very, very important. You married women, you got to first of all understand the kind of husband that you have.
Yes.
And two, my husband is also in ministry.
Right.
He's my bishop.
Okay. Yes.
And he's a workaholic. He works. But I'm the one that always say, babe, you're busy, I'm busy. We have what we call a date night.
Say that again, girl.
Date night.
Date night.
Every Monday. When they're calling him, I say, babe, no, you're not going.
Yes.
Today is me and you. If somebody die, we'll go back and resurrect the person. He'll be laughing.
Yes.
Because I understand that it's so easy to drift apart when the husband is a busy man, the wife is a busy woman, everybody's pursuing their dream. So what we have done is in the whole week we have one day that is just us, whatever we want to do. And then two, when I'm in town, when we're both in town, we do things together. Our offices, he's top, I'm in the middle floor, and we do ministry together. But because he understands the call of God upon my life, he allows me to travel.
Yes.
But the way we've done it in a way is I don't stay out for that long. I go back home, and let me explain this. When I'm home, I'm a different woman in the sense that no ministry.
Right.
No.
Yes. So keep that thought.
Yes.
Keep that thought. We're taking a quick break and we'll be right back.
All right.
Heart of a Woman